Hey guys, it's Daniel from needlesspounds.com. I just got an email from my friends at Spark People, which is an online community for health, wellness, and weight loss. And the subject of the email was 6 reasons you're not losing weight. Well, I am losing weight, and I'm fortunate to be losing weight, and I've lost over 250 pounds. But I want to go over the list in hopes that maybe there's something there that can be helpful to you, and I'll give my own personal observations on each of the bullet points. So number 1, you use exercise as an excuse to eat more. I love going to the gym and I love the elliptical machine. It's my cardio tool of choice because it gives me a little display that says how many calories I've consumed while working out. The problem with that is that the number of calories that machine tells me the number of calories that I've burned off, it's just an estimate. So it may not be true for you, it may not be true for every person, it may not even be true for the specific workout. It's just an estimate. And so if the machine says that I've burned 800 calories in a workout, that's not a paycheck to go to Dunkin' Donuts and eat 800 calories worth of donuts. It's healthy for you to think about the calories you've expended in terms of food, but it's not healthy for you to go out and actually eat the food that you're thinking about. If you want to lose weight, it's about establishing a calorie deficit. And if you burn off the calories and then you go out and eat that amount of food, there's no deficit. You're even. And in the worst case scenario, if the number that the machine told you was an overestimate and you eat that many calories, you're actually going to gain weight. Number 2, you're not eating as healthfully as you think you are. And that can come in a number of different ways. Way 1 is portions. If you say, I'm eating health food, I bought a box of these diet cookies, but if you eat the whole box, it doesn't matter whether they're low calorie, low carb, low fat, low whatever. If you eat all of them, it's still not eating healthfully. If you say, yes, rice is good for you, but then you cook a pot of rice and you eat the whole pot of rice, portion control. A portion of brown rice is 1/3 cup. I just had 1/3 cup. It's lunchtime here. I just had a third cup of rice and I'm satisfied. I'm diligent in the measuring of portions. Peanut butter, a serving size is 1/2 a tablespoon if you're looking at it in terms of fat, as I do. And I'm going to do a video on how to portion peanut butter because that turned out to be really hard for me to master, but I got it down now and I'll share it with you. Point is, portion control. And after a while, you get good at it, and you're like, I don't need to measure that anymore. I know how much 3 ounces of meat is. You don't know how much 3 ounces of meat is. Use a scale. Another point under not eating as healthfully as you think you are is halo foods, or the halo effect. And the halo effect is when you get a food that says this is low fat, or this is sugar-free, or this is a salad. I mean, how unhealthy could a salad be? Well, Chili's has a salad that's 1,300 calories. If you go to Olive Garden and you order a salad that's going to be covered in oil, and it doesn't look like salad dressing and it doesn't taste like salad dressing, but it's terrible. I have a friend who was on Weight Watchers who went to Olive Garden and he just ate salad because he thought it was a good idea. When he got home, he put his salad into the Weight Watchers computer and it was like 35 Weight Watchers points. It was crazy. So eat healthfully by knowing what it is you're consuming and knowing how much of it you need to consume in a healthful way. You can tell what you're consuming by looking at the portion sizes and the ingredients list and the nutrition panel, which I'll also be doing a video about in the future. Number 3, you never change your exercise routine, and I'm so guilty of this. I get stuck in ruts, I get complacent, I get into habit, and habits are convenient and habits are comfortable, but the thing with exercise is, if the saying is find what works and do it, what works changes with exercise, and as your body adapts and grows and gets stronger, you need to adapt and change your exercise routine to keep up with it. I use Active Tracks, which is a service through my gym which prescribes to me exactly what I need to do on resistance days, and it handles increasing my weights and moving around the order in which I do my exercises, so it's great for that. But on cardio day, if you go to the same machine every day and you set it to the same settings every day and you work for the same amount of time every day, you're going to lose effectiveness, and so you have to up those levels and you may have to change it up. And I'm looking at using a new thing called an ARC trainer, which our gym just got. I've used it a couple times and I'm really liking it. I'll also commit to writing about it. So you never change your exercise routine. Number 4, you're inconsistent, adhering to a rigid program for a few days, then giving in to emotional eating the next day. You have to choose something that is a solution that you can implement for life and not a diet that you can do for a week. Weight loss is not a temporary situation. Weight loss is a lifetime commitment. So if you're going to say, I'm going to not eat carbohydrates, or I'm going to only eat 500 calories today, it's unreasonable, it's too rigid, and you're going to break. And when you do break, you're going to go crazy and go to Burger King and have a Whopper. So plan a program that is not so rigid that you can't survive long term. At the fitness seminar that I was at, they were advocating for cheat days, where you have 6 days on and you do the best you can do and you do everything right, and then you have a cheat day where you go crazy. If you want that Reese's peanut butter cup, you eat that Reese's peanut butter cup. More power to you. I don't have cheat days because every day I eat reasonably, and I have my chocolate every day, and I have my sweet things every day, and I have my jelly every day, and I don't have to have a cheat day because everything that I need to make me happy I get every day. I just have it in good portions. Number 5, you're relying on exercise alone to lose weight. You can only burn off so many calories at the gym, but you can go to fast food, you can go to the refrigerator. I can go to my pantry right now and think of 10 things I could put in my mouth that I could consume in 15 seconds that would be more calories than I could burn off in 15 hours at the gym. So if you're only using exercise, it's conceivable that you could lose weight, but it's going to be very slow, because 3,500 calories is how many calories you have to burn off or you have to not consume to make 1 pound of difference in your weight. And it's much easier to not put the calories in than it is to try to burn them off with exercise alone. Number 6, you're relying on unhealthy diet tactics like skipping meals, excluding entire food groups, or using diet pills to lose weight. When I was in college, I used ephedra, which was a herbal diet pill that raised my metabolism. It made me twitchy, it made me cranky, it made me angry, it made me mean, and I lost weight. And then the FDA said these pills are going to cause you to have a heart attack, and they pulled them off the market. And so my pills were unavailable, and weight went right back up. You need to find a solution to weight loss that is sustainable and that is a lifelong change and that doesn't require a crutch that could go away or that is going to cost you money forever and always to use. So also don't rely on unhealthy diet tactics. Like if you're pulling out a whole kind of nutrient like no carbs, no fat, no sodium from your diet, your body needs a certain amount of carbohydrate for energy. Your body needs a certain amount of protein to build muscle, and your brain is made of protein. And if you stop eating protein, your body's going to eat your brain. It's a true thing. I found it on the internet. Fat makes your joints work. Fat is important in a whole bunch of systems. If you go no fat, that's unhealthy. You need some fat. You just don't need a lot of fat. Sodium makes your neurons go. Makes your the nerves work, and it also contributes sodium. You can Google it. But you need some sodium. You don't need too much sodium, but you don't need too little sodium. So you need to have something that's moderate, that's balanced, that's healthy, that's based on the recommended daily intake of these foods. So let me recap this list. Number 1, you use exercise as an excuse to eat more. Number 2, you're not eating as healthfully as you think you are. Number 3, you never change your exercise routine. Number 4, you're inconsistent, adhering to a rigid program for a few days, then giving into emotional eating the next day. Number 5, you're relying on exercise alone to lose weight. And number 6, you're relying on unhealthy diet tactics like skipping meals, excluding entire food groups, or using diet pills to lose weight. I forgot to talk about skipping meals. So the thing with skipping meals is, if you, like, let's say that lunch was going to be 400 calories, and you just don't eat lunch. And dinner you planned, I'm gonna go out and have an awesome 800 calorie dinner because I saved 400 calories from lunch. Well, you're going to be so hungry at dinner time that your self-control is going to go way past 800 calories, and you're going to have that 1,300 calorie salad and that 1,500 calorie steak, and you're going to go nuts because you didn't have a reasonable lunch. My lunch today: 3 ounces of chicken, half a cup of green beans, third of a cup of brown rice. It was a reasonable 250, 275 calorie lunch. I'm satisfied. I'm going to make it to dinner, and I'm not going to go crazy. Alright, so this was the list of 6 reasons you're not losing weight from Spark People, and my take on it. I hope that I hope that you've been able to identify something in this list that you can address in your own efforts to be more effective at losing weight or maintaining your current weight if that's your goal. I'm Daniel from needlesspounds.com. Like us on Facebook. Find me at needlesspounds.com for the blog. Somewhere down here there's a button that you can use to subscribe to get new videos. If you have any questions, you need to contact me. I'm Daniel at needlesspounds.com. Until next time.